Welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for 2/23/2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 12, and if you add the 1 and the 2 together, you get the number 3. The number 3 is a number that calls out to the power and passion of diversity. This is a number where manifestation of self-expression is essential. It is a number that desires social interaction. There is a deep need for a powerful and passionate release of exuberance. The appreciation for those things that give us pleasure rises in our awareness. Creative expression wants to be allowed to flow in its variety and color. We want to reclaim the happy-go-lucky attitude of a country that is a beacon of hope. The number 3 is the number of freedom. The freedom to be the expression of joy in our heart. The freedom to let our heart be open without fear that others will intentionally attack and harm us. The freedom to be what we came to be. Never let others squash your passion and personal confidence. Let that light shine. While some may be jealous, that is actually a great compliment. The astrology for today. The moon continues in Cancer. We want to know where we have come from. We recognize that our roots mean so much as to who we are now. How can connecting to that lineage help us become better human beings, and how will our choices help those that will come after us? The moon trines Neptune and it makes us more sensitive than expected. Remember to be compassionate and to do your best to touch hearts, lives, and minds. The moon will oppose Pluto, which adds some to want to confront, challenge, and demand. It is unfortunately coming from those that believe that their needs are more important than the feelings and challenges of others. It is a distortion and a convoluted manifestation of fear rather than choices that come from a sympathetic heart. Be aware that this ongoing intensity has taken a silent toll on our emotional well-being and sanity. Now is not the time to let the teasing get out of control. Mind games are also not a fair and kind way to move right now. Remember that many have been living on an edge for a very long time, and unconscious behavior is more than unfair. It is cruel. Think before you speak, then think again. My quote for today. Life is a process that cuts like a knife. Life is a dance of joy and strife. Confusing mirrors all around, conflicts, words, sights, and sounds. Grown-ups that are supposed to know, children abandoned in the meadow. The children dance and touch the sky. The adults fear what they have denied. Do not let the density take. Listen closely to the snake. She reminds us that so much can be lost, and retrieving it will come at a great cost. I was so busy today that I didn't have a chance to write a blog, but I'm going to do a spontaneous blog. So I am still trying to navigate all the paperwork and the requirements for all of the banks to be able to move the money from my Uncle Phil and Jim's systems over to the trust, and to get everything organized and put together. And I swear it's still some of this Mercury retrograde and all the planets that are still sort of navigating in Aquarius. But boy, it is like so distracting. It's like one wants one thing and then another bank wants a completely different thing. And it was so frustrating today. I must have spent an hour on the phone with US Bank, and they kept saying to me, well, your lawyer's supposed to tell you what you need, and so we can't make an appointment for you, and we can't tell you what we want or what we need because you have to figure that out. And my lawyer said, U.S. Bank is one of the worst for this. They got their own paperwork, and you have to fill out their own paperwork. And so I said, yeah, but my lawyer told me that this was going to be a problem with you and that you guys require something specific. And so I'm asking for what I need to give you so I can give that to you. And I'm 2 hours away from a U.S. bank, so I have to drive. And it was amazing how much, nobody would talk, nobody would give any information. Finally, they sent me off to a particular area of the bank, and I had to go through all of the rigmarole of all of the phone systems, and and then they were like, oh, well, you don't call them, they call you. And I'm like, well, but I am calling them because the bank told me to call them. And oh my gosh. And then once I got there, of course, by that point I have destroyed my office, because I have put so many things in so many places, because one bank wants one thing, one bank wants another thing, and I've got everything all torn up, and then I can't find the one piece of information that they require. It was just incredible. So then I had to text Jim's daughter and say, I need this. Do you have that? I know you have it. And she did. And then it was just like, oh my gosh, it's like just trying to get everything put back together in a reasonable way that makes sense and organized, so that I can go and get the notary to do the things tomorrow, and then go to one of the banks on the following day, and then go, get everything to, oh my gosh. It's incredible. So my comment to everybody out there is, number one, definitely do a trust. Don't just do a will. Don't do it. You need more things very, very well organized. Number two, you really want to, have your children or person you trust on your bank account, so that they can actually go in and maneuver things. Because I didn't know that when, in all honesty, I said, oh, this person died, that they froze all the accounts. And which is a safety factor for sure, but then it made me not be able to pay any of the bills that were like right there, that had to be a trust. And also, like, the moment you tell the electrical company that somebody's died, they want to turn off the electricity. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so insane. So be organized. And then I got to a place where I just said, I'm going to start cleaning everything up. I've got to get organized. I've got to get rid of all the stuff. I've got to get rid of paper. I've got to simplify. So that's what I've been doing today. And so hopefully I got a little on top of it, but what a day. I hope tomorrow's better. At least the astrology and the numerology is better tomorrow. Oof.